I am your diva, your girl, Sasha, coming into you live for another episode. So tonight is Saturday. I hope, first of all, that you've had an excellent day. Okay? We always want you to have a good day, always and forever. Okay? Number two, we're glad that you're listening to our Saturday edition of Nite Talks with Sasha. And the third and most important thing is we love you. Yeah, thank you for coming. So tonight we are going to be talking about Nite Jaxn, the wife. You can't say ex-wife because they're not divorced yet. So technically they are separated, but it's still his wife. Nite Jaxn, she is the wife of Derrick Jaxn. Relationship guru Derrick Jaxn. The Derrick Jaxn, don't forget your crown. Derrick Jaxn. Derrick Jaxn showing the big muscular arms, carrying the grocery bags from Kroger. That Derrick Jaxn. That Derrick Jaxn that telling women how to get their good life, how to, yes, but at the same time, just fucking up a storm. Oh my God. Yes. So, without further ado, let me get my peeps in on the conversation so we can get this party started. Hey, ladies.
Hey, Sasha.
Hello. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, Miss Wayne.
Beauty. Hello.
Hello. How are you guys? How was your day?
Doing great. Got some good rest today. So I'm feeling good.
Okay. It was good for me also.
Good. So, did you ladies do your homework?
Yeah, I started watching part 2. Then I had to go back and watch part 1 because I had no idea who these people are. Because I don't do gurus and all that stuff. I mean, what qualifications do you have? This man was an actor. He was an actor, and then he was a performer. Just like I perform, I'm not the person that I play in real life. He's not the person that he plays in real life. He's like a cult leader. He has a cult following. And that's what people fuck up at. They become cult followers. So this woman, and I admire this woman because she went to therapy. She knew to go to therapy after she finished this debauchery that she was into. Because following her from college, before even beyond college, this is where her problems started in childhood. And so she went, and I like to say she went further down the rabbit hole. She started off because Wonderland is a rabbit hole that you go down and things get curiouser and curiouser. So her whole, from childhood on, curious. And then she met this dude, and she was going so far down the rabbit hole. I called my bestie, my best friend, my sister, and because her marriage scene kind of reminds me of this. I called her, I got so concerned. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, bitch, you better not ever go this far. You need to watch part 1 and part 2. And then we talking about this next week. We're going to talk about this personally. We'll talk about both of these things, these videos. Because I'd be damned this would happen to you. This is like was something that's just crazy. Not because of who they are, but just the fact that she went so far down this rabbit hole, and it took her a long time to get there, even though she saw all the signs before. You see signs. I saw signs through the relationship. I saw signs. I don't even know this woman. And I saw the signs that she should have seen. But she didn't because she had pre-existing conditions for this. I mean, people meet criteria for these kind of things, and she met the criteria for this whole relationship. And it's sad that you can see it in yourself. If you really watch it and you really pay attention, you can see yourself in this. This is how it happens to people.
I mean, this is not, this is the type of situation where, first of all, let's give people some content. Okay, basically. So, Nite Jaxn, if you've been following social media, you followed Derrick Jaxn. If you were a follower or still are a follower of Derrick Jaxn, please call in because I want to talk to you. I had some people, some personal friends that were all like, ooh, yes, girl, I want a man like him. Ooh, girl. And I was always like, it's just something about that nigga ain't right. It just, because he would always, he dogged other dudes out. And me and Michael used to have these discussions about Derrick Jaxn. And Michael used to be like, I'm telling y'all straight up and down. And a lot of times when Mike said something about somebody, he was always right, y'all. He said he a fuckboy. Like, he talking that shit, but he's fucking around on his woman. I swear to God, Michael said that when we were talking about him, and I was listening to some stuff that he was saying. We were just doing a couple things, laying in bed, talking, listening, scrolling, and he was like, that nigga is he married? And I was like, I don't know. I think he is. I'm not sure. He like, if he married,
they never want to outright admit it.
He's fucking around on his wife. If he's married, he's cheating on her ass. And he was like, yeah, he married. And then he like, yeah, he listened to the video, and Mike was like, yeah, that nigga married because you don't never see his wife. He married. Like, niggas like him, they hide who they married to, so you will never know who they fucking around on and what they're doing. And then he wants to betray that he this good guy while he dogging out other niggas and he doing the same shit. Like, I seen this one guy, like, when we were looking at Johnny J, and I'm sure most of y'all know who Johnny J is, grown man-ish. She's all over Facebook and everything. And Johnny J said one night, listening to his lives, he's like, dudes sit up and talk about other dudes, and they're like, oh, yeah, you up there talking about, oh, there's piss and shit in the dating pool. Well, guess what? That nigga got the same amount of piss on him that all the rest of us got, so he ain't no different. And I be damn if Michael did not say the exact same thing. He's like, that nigga ain't right. I'm telling you, he is not right. It's something about him.
I knew how shit was going to go. He was a football star. He already was a narcissist because, he's a football star.
Yes.
When she said that this motherfucker was already popular, because I went back to watch that first video, and she was like how popular he was and how surprised she was that he talked to her. I was like, that put shit in focus. It put stuff in focus.
Yeah.
He didn't really break her because she was already broken when she got there because she already thought he was too good. All of his friends, she could feel that everybody was like, why is he with her? Why? They don't fit. She's so sweet. She's so this. She's so humble. Why she should have listened better. That was her sign. Yeah. She even said that. She even wondered why he was with her. You should never meet a man or person that you ever ask that question about. That shows something's going on with you. If you could say, you should never ever be able to say, he's too good for me. You could say he's too nice for me. So I know we're gonna clash because
she said why
we're gonna do that
good for her because she said it. Like
you said this years later, but this is like when she got raped, college.
And then when she was raped, 3 weeks later, she was 19 years old and she was sexually assaulted. She was sexually assaulted at 19. And then at 19, like she was raped. And then 3 weeks later, when they were at Tuskegee College, she met Derrick Jaxn when she had just got raped 3 weeks prior.
She had never told anyone about her rape because of her shame of rape. That's another thing that piled on. Because this is going to make you feel like, okay, I got to make something work. That's how women get in a lot of bad relationships and a lot of bad situations, because it happened to me. Because you're trying to prove that you can have a good relationship. And that's what keeps you down that rabbit hole. You didn't have one with your father. You didn't have one with your mom. This has been my case.
I think it had more to do with, I understand you're saying you, and I get that. And I respect that. But I'm talking about Denia.
She said this too. She said this too out of her mouth, that this is what shit started going wrong after therapy. When she went to therapy, she saw this shit going wrong. She knew when she went wrong. She knew it. And that's why I started really, really, really listening to her, because she knew when she went wrong. Because when you know when you get wrong, you can heal. If you don't know, that's when you're gonna keep on fucking up over and over again, and it's scary.
Okay, I get you.
It's very scary.
I hear what you're saying, but can we all get into the discussion? Like, okay, come on. Let all of us sit here. So what I'm trying to say to you is, he groomed her. Like, he was grooming her as a narcissist, and when you run into narcissistic type individual, and it's not just like, I really hate how we as a society jump on a word and start putting that word on everybody or every situation. Like at one time we got to talking about bullying, and if you stood up and said something against somebody because you didn't like them, oh, well, you're bullying me. And I feel like a lot of times we're doing that with this word of calling people narcissists. Now, when we get to narcissism and narcissistic behavior, Derrick Jaxn was the epitome of a narcissist, because he groomed his estranged wife. Like, he groomed her to a certain, because they pull broken people, and when they get these broken people, they groom them to be and fit what they want to be and what they need. And I feel like he really did. And she did own her part in it. She most definitely did, and I respect that. And I get that from her, and I get what you're saying. But I just also want to get across to the people that when we're talking about narcissistic behavior, when we're talking about narcissism, this situation with Derrick Jaxn and his estranged wife, this is a true narcissistic behavior. Like, it is a closed book case of what a narcissist truly is. Like, this is, like, all day, every day. This is what that is. And she got involved with him, yes, and I agree with you. When you are someone that says, oh, why would this person want me? Like, I'm a nerd. I had pimples. I had acne. I was chunky. I was chubby, as she described herself. And then he came to her. So what was it? Like, what was it that he saw? And it's just like any other situation, not any other, but it's just like most situations with most men, where some of them are predators and they are on the hunt. And some men have the ability to sniff out certain things on a woman that he wants or needs, so that he can use those things to hold you. So he smelled something on her. It was a brokenness, and it was a brokenness in her that made her sick and stay in this situation with this man for so long. So, not trying to shut you down or tell you what you're saying is not true, swing, or anything of that nature, because I'm definitely not. I want to make sure that we get across to the facts of people that when we talk about narcissists, this is a clear-cut case of a true narcissist. So, yeah, I want to make sure that we say that. I want that to be said. Now we can go back to just calling him a fuckboy. I just want that said. So, did somebody?
If I can add to that. Did you want to say something, Swing?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, from the. Go ahead, Beauty.
No, go ahead, Swing. It's fine. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking about, when the way she talked about her childhood, the way she talked about everything. I'm pretty sure he did not have a hard time talking to her because he met her, she was a nerd anyway. She was very smart. They met as tutors. She was gonna be her tutor. So at that point, they're spending time together. That's when he listened to her. That's what they do. They do to you at first. They are so having their conversations, and what they're really doing is gathering information on you, so that you can say, you are so beautiful, you're so this, you're so wonderful, you're so special, and I'm here for you. But no one else has, because she wanted her dad. She really wanted her dad. I wanted my mama. She really wanted her dad to be there. She tried to become a chameleon to be a sports star. She wasn't forward to what her father wanted. She didn't get a chance to do that because he died on her. But so she got a man to do that. And so when she got that, it just went on and on and on. I mean, like during their dating time, during college, he cheated on her so many times. She watched him cheat through video. She just really wanted to make this one thing work. And this is what fucks you up when you try to make this one thing work. But also, you never make it work. He was already at football stuff, so he was used to having a lot of attention. And that just made him grow worse and worse and worse and become more and more feelings of invincibility. And that's what makes them so terrible a person, because it's not them, it's you. If only you would be what they want you. You can tell they can tell you a 20-page letter of what could fix this relationship on their part for you to jump through 30 million hoops. Those are never going to be enough hoops for you, because you're never going to be good enough for them. Because they got 30 to 50 other women that can do what they want to do. And he's like one of the worst people ever. I mean, he was probably no shame at all. And you would watch his videos of being his best friend, taking up for him, and leaving her out in the fucking cold. It was like, if I could just reach through this fucking YouTube screen and just punch the shit out of him, I just would have.
You're triggered.
But she did the right thing, though.
Well,
she did the right thing.
He didn't start out as just wanting her as his tutor.
Of course not.
He started.
That's not what he wanted.
He started the conversation as in, just a casual conversation, and then he then wanted her. He asked her, was she a model? Did she model? And
that was the key word. They got it, because she was.
And that was the way to get her in.
That's how you got her. That's how he did. That was a compliment.
He was a predator. He was let's call a thing a thing. Like it was predatory type of behavior. Now I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he was just so terrible, and because like Dania says, in order to get the healing that you need, you also have to accept your part in the program. Because he couldn't have played with her and strung her along and cheated on her and do all these things to her if she didn't play along in it. And so, he did. But go ahead, Beauty. Say what you were about to say if you haven't forgotten.
Well, actually, both of you kind of filled it all in for me. But, no. But the one part that I wanted to add to that is that you're both correct on the narcissism. It's almost like I want to say that if you looked up narcissism in the dictionary, like we used to say, you'd see his picture. Mm-hmm. He planned everything down to the second. And he just wanted to come home to a perfect home, whether it was to eat or to sleep or to, be with her, whatever it was. He lived in a fantasy world outside of those doors.
Yep.
And he didn't exist, and he had no respect for her. He didn't care for her, and he just played a game when he went home.
Exactly.
Could have got his
and
so they want a nice home just like everybody.
Of course.
Right.
They
want a nice home.
Given Derrick Jaxn is if you take away the muscles and the good looks, because but if you took that away, he would be just an ordinary guy, right? It's those attributes, that muscular body, the cut, chiseled chin, and the strong. Those are the things that some women look for as being attractive on a man. But if he didn't have those things, if he didn't believe that, and his sex is good, but I'm sure that he has a nice sized penis, and I'm sure that he knows how to do what he does very well in the bedroom. Those are things that some women, attribute as an attractive man. Not his substance, not his character, not who he is, not what he believes in, but the physical attributes that he gives off or the charm or the swag that he exudes. For some women, that's a good enough. He's a good man. That makes him a good man because of how he looks and what he has. And Denia didn't fit that. Nowhere in there. And it's not taking away from her. Even when she came out in the video with the helmet of praise, the hat that she had on, she is not a bad looking woman now. She was not a bad looking woman then. But he brought her into that video knowing that she would be picked apart. And he was an asshole to his wife, but I think at the same time that there was something in there that said, I'm gonna hide her. He said it was for privacy, but it added to his mystique and it added into his fantasy life. But I think somewhere that he knew that if he put her out there, that she would be picked apart. And I think that there was something. And he had dick, but I think somewhere, something.
To make her happier to have him.
He did care about her in a way. Because when he pulled her out, she was picked apart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that sounds confusing. But she was. And I think when he told her, when you go back and you look at the videos that he posted, Instagram, where he talks about you have to leave things broken. He posted a video about, women have to learn how to leave things broken. And he talked about a man, he said, ladies, if a man is still holding on to the 8th grade woman, the relationship that he had in 8th grade that portrayed him, or he a crackhead, his daddy was a crackhead, his mama didn't love him, or whatever. Sometimes you have to just leave things as they are. You have to leave that brother where he at, broken. And maybe I'm searching, trying to find a redeeming quality about him, or maybe it's my rose-colored glasses that I wear perpetually sometimes that says that all people are bad, but there's something in someone that says, you know what, I try to look for the good in people. I think that he, in a way, I think that Derrick has always been talking about himself. The cheating man's heart. Like, he's been talking these books and these topics. He's talking about himself. I always felt that way. I always felt like everything that he was saying, like, he's talking about his damn self. I've always said that. Like, he's talking about himself. He's just talking about himself. And I feel like that's when he was like, it's another video. When he talked about in part 2 of the video, when she was like, well, when did he leave you? How did he tell you that he wanted to end the marriage? What happened? And she said in part 2, she said, well, he asked me a question. He asked me, like, are you in love with me? And when was the last time you were in love with me? And she's like, I told him, like, I love you, but it's been 2 years since I've been in love with you. And yet again, if you go back and look on his Instagram page, there is a video that says a woman can love you and still leave you. It's just like, maybe I'm looking for too much symbolism, and I'm bad about that. Like, I'm just too brainiac sometimes, and I do that. But I just feel like that's why he sent her that text. Like, I'm through with this marriage. I'm done. Like, it was him letting her go because he realized, like, you as a narcissist, I feel like somewhere there was something in him that says, okay, you've done too much. Let her go. Y'all don't agree?
Well, the one thing that I believe about a narcissist also is that they're showing their weakness by the way that they treat other people. So he came into it broken himself. To say that she was broken, yes, he was. But he came into this relationship broken too, because he didn't even know what he really wanted from her. He knew what he wanted, the world to see, but he didn't know what he wanted for himself, because if he did, he wouldn't treat her like that. Exactly. Not to mention, narcissists are not always about the way they look. And I understand, yes, he probably would have been a lot of women's choice. I mean, he's not a bad-looking man. But you can be an ogre living under a bridge and still be a narcissist. It's about picking your prey. You find a woman and you find her weaknesses and you say, and you know that you can work around those weaknesses and make her believe that it's all her, then that's what you do. And that's the angle most of them take. Is they sit there, they listen to you, they let you talk about yourself and your past and your history, and the pains you've been through and the losses that you've had, and all the time they're calculating in their head what they need to use to actually be able to pull you.
Exactly.
How to break it
down.
And
it's sad. It's sad because they will make you feel like it's your fault, but it's not. Yeah. It's them. They're the ones that are broken, and they can't admit that. They can't admit that.
No.
But
they will not admit they're wrong. Because I dated one, the one who tried to kill me. I dated one, and they will not relent. They're broken when they first meet you, but they put their shit aside. They want to find out everything they can about you, so that when they do something wrong, they can put you that's just like you said with your mother. Your mother was right about you. Everybody who was bad was right about you. They don't have to be attractive men. Look at Charles Manson. He clued in on every. He wrote rich women who had houses came from money. He wrote them down to live in a desert in a hut because they gave up all that shit just to be with him. And this little piece of nothing. He was 5-something, raggedy, scraggly, dirty, filthy. He wrote them down. Rich women, rich men, people with money. They will break you down just to make you to their level so they can be better than you. They can be smarter than you. Some of them don't know how to read. They don't even know what they're doing. But they're doing bits and pieces. He took bits and pieces for her life just to make her break to be who he wanted her to be. And then brought her up for a little humiliation to humble her so that she'll say, I'm happy I got this man. But she wised up. I mean, with people like him, it's not about what they have. It's about the character when they break into that character. He may be having a bad day with her at home, but his fans are there for him. He wants a sweet wife to be at home, like a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets. They want that too. Narcissists want that too. They want to be able to say they have a woman they control. She ain't going to look for me. Well, what about time your wife get home? It don't matter. I can call her in 10 minutes and tell her not to come nowhere. I got her on lockdown. They want that pride to have us on lockdown. So they go out there and whore around. But they come home to a clean house and all this other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that sometimes taking the seat.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to take a 5-minute break from this discussion. And we got Miss Jigglypuff coming in. She's going to do a review for us. So, Miss Jigglypuff.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's next weekend.
It's next.
Okay, get your good birthday turn up on.
Well,
next weekend.
Yeah, happy early birthday, Miss Jigglypuff. So,
thank you.
Y'all, we're going to tell y'all what's going on is like this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jigglypuff is going to do some reviews for us. Whenever she wants to, whenever she finds something that she thinks is interesting, she's going to come in and she's going to drop us a review. And she's going to tell us why we should or should not get said whatever it is that she got. It could be, if you want to have her to do a review, send in your request to Nite Talks with Sasha 69@gmail.com, and we'll get it to her. And if she can do it and find it, then she will. All right, Miss Jigglypuff, what you got for us today?
Well, I have one of the new Doritos flavors out.
That honey mustard stuff.
No, one of them spicy mustard and one of them tangy ketchup.
Girl,
so
tangy ketchup. I never heard of.
Yeah, one's called tangy ketchup and the other one called spicy mustard. So I already know I don't do mustard, so I can't do the mustard. So I can't rock with that. So right now I just opened the bag. It's a very bold. It's a very, very, very bold bag. I like the design on it, but I'm about to try it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. I can't wait for this.
I want this to be good.
How does it smell?
Yeah, no, Dorito wrong for that one.
What's wrong with it?
It's a lot wrong with it. You want me to pick a couple of it?
Yeah, just three.
First of all, it don't taste like ketchup. No.
Oh.
It tastes like you get a cornbread and put a little bit of sweet tomato sauce on it with a lot of water.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
No, ma'am, for this. I wasted my $5 for that.
How much you pay for those? Yeah.
It was $4.40, like $4.48 for Doritos now. Yeah, they tripping.
Wow.
But for me to have to pay that much money and they ain't hitting the flavor,
That's full price.
I'm not gonna get this bag.
For a new flavor?
Yeah, it's a new flavor out for the summer. It's called spicy mustard and tangy ketchup.
Yeah.
Tangy? There's no tangy in it? No tang?
It's got a little spice and like a little tang. That's mainly what you taste is the tang. You don't taste the ketchup. You know the ketchup. I can see like they have chips out in the boot like the fast souls. Like they got more ketchup flavor than this. The Dorito, the cornmeal flavor took over the ketchup. If y'all want to try it, go ahead. If you like a sweet cornbread with a little tomato sauce on it, I'll put it like that. I think you like meat. If you put some meat with it, you might get
bring your own ketchup.
Did you say if you put some meat with it?
That'll help.
I sit over here without my tangy Doritos.
Did you just say if you put some meat with it?
Yeah, put some meat with it. You know how if anybody ever tried Mexican cornbread before?
Yeah.
Okay, well yeah. You might have to twerk twerk this. Cause no ma'am, this ain't it.
Oh no, sis.
No,
sis.
I'm not talking Dorito for this.
Yeah, let's go on Instagram and write them a note and tell them, hell no, this some shit.
Dear Dorito, you got us all fucked up with this.
Stop making this. Yeah. Burn all these copies. We'll burn every bag.
I even tried another one just to see if I
should be
flavor. I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh no.
What does it smell like though?
It's hold on, let me see. It don't have a smell.
I miss guacamole Doritos.
No, it smells like corn chips. That's what I'm saying. Like the
don't it have a tomato ketchup smell or nothing?
No, the smell not even.
They missed the mark on this one.
The smell's not even on it. That's what I'm saying. Like even the flavor's not really hitting. Like it doesn't have a strong flavor. Like it just got like somebody sprinkled some sugar on it. With a little,
like this, like you pushing the whole bag.
Like a little bit of lime, lemon on it. Huh?
So they got a hint of lime in there too.
You got who?
Yeah, I had some lemon and lime in there trying to make some kind of flavor. Everything but ketchup.
I say if you finesse it with something, you might like it. Like I say, add some meat and cheese.
Maybe
meat and cheese go everything. And you make it.
Make some nachos.
You might like that flavor. Get your little cat. You got to make something with this. You can't just sit there and eat it by itself. Cause
no, ma'am.
It's no sir.
Okay.
No ma'am.
Thank you, though. I appreciate.
That's disappointing.
Yeah,
it is, and I hate to see what the spicy mustard is, but I haven't found that one.
Tell them to bring back guacamole. Guacamole nachos, guacamole Doritos, shit. They need to bring that back.
I had that on Facebook. I said, dear Doritos, if you want to make a flavor, make guacamole back, please, because that was the best Dorito minimized Cool Ranch. That was the
Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch and guacamole are the best ones that they ever made.
You can't go no wrong with those two flavors right there. Yeah,
throw that shit out right there. Throw those two out.
Except for spicy, sweet chili. I like that one too, though.
Yeah, I like the spicy sweet chili. That one's good. Have you ever tried the taco one before, Miss Jigglypuff?
Oh, sweetheart, when it comes to Doritos, I done tried them all.
Oh, okay. I don't like taco.
The last one, the taco, I've tried that one, and to me, it didn't have a strong flavor. It didn't have that taco flavor to me.
No, it really didn't. But
I think I had that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good though. I had the taco flavor one. I actually made like a Doritos salad. You know what I'm talking about? Like I had the nachos and I made Dorito nachos with the taco flavored damn Doritos. It was a fat girl day.
You get them from Walmart? Are those at Walmart too?
Yeah.
How did I miss those?
Because they be in certain Walmarts. Like, they don't really have that flavor in every single Walmart.
No.
Oh, that
and it's a different bag.
I've never heard of.
It's a lighter colored bag.
It looked like an old throwback. It's like a white and orangish looking bag. It's like I
don't think we have them here.
That's just like the I haven't tried the was it Tostitos Doritos? I haven't tried that one yet.
No.
So if I ever get my hands on that, I'll try that one.
Sling,
I'm gonna tell you the next review.
Do you have a Kroger near you?
We don't have a Kroger in Columbus yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do. It's like an hour away.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's in they have the taco flavored Doritos in Kroger.
I'm gonna have to find the Kroger somewhere. I think maybe there's one in Albany. I think because I miss Kroger.
You can always have them shipped.
To me, it's a hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Strong flavor. It's like
Ritz Puffs are good too. Jiggly, do Ritz Puff chips. Ritz Puffs, those things are so freaking good. I want you to review on those. Ritz Puffs, oh my gosh, they're so good.
Okay, if I send me a picture of it so I'm gonna know what you're talking about. Okay.
So we are gonna follow along with these. They're so good.
So Miss Jigglypuff, how?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you going to rate your Doritos tangy ketchup? What's your rating?
A scale from 1 to 10, I'll have to give these 2. All because they really didn't miss the ketchup flavor to it. It's like they took some spaghetti sauce, put some water in it, and a lot of sugar, and just sprinkled it on the Doritos. Really, that's my opinion of flavor to it.
That sounds horrible.
It really ain't no ketchup. It's really a sweet Dorito. That's mainly that's really the flavor. They should have just said sweet Dorito. They should have really. It's really what it is. A red sweet Dorito. Even the ones that have like the dark flavors like you always want to find in the Cool Ranch bag that one with all them seasons on it. Even those is nothing. It's just sweet. Yeah, it's no flavor.
Okay.
It's a miss.
Well, when you coming back, Miss Jigglypuff?
Well, when's another? Besides, let's see, like Friday. I may will y'all doing one Friday?
Yeah, we'll do one. We got one coming up. But that's your birthday.
No, my birthday is Friday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's your birthday, so it'll be. We don't expect you to, we expect you to do a turn up, not a show up, but a turn up.
Oh yeah, you're gonna already be high as hell when you get there.
I'm supposed to be eating everything.
My birthday's the real day.
Well,
yeah.
We'll just see you when you get your next thing that you want to share with us. You just let me know. Okay.
Okay, and like I said, if anybody wants me to try something, and see, I also seen that picture you was talking about, those Ritz Puffs. I would do.
Okay.
Because I'm game for trying something, a new flavor,
and you will be happy.
That is me.
So you get that shit sounds terrible. Thank you, Miss Jigglypuff.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
All right.
Enjoy your weekend.
Well, enjoy your birthday next week.
I will. Thank you, lady.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
They'll not be on my list. Ew.
Yeah, that was nasty. So
I can't.
Huh?
I said I can't. That did sound nasty.
It did.
That did not sound right at all.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm a cheap person, but I will not be doing those.
I saw a
$5
picture
a
of
day?
it, and I was like, "What is?" Someone took a picture of it, and I was like, "What kind of Doritos is that?" And then I blew the picture up, and she's right. I said honey mustard because I thought that's what it was at first, but it is spicy mustard, and it's in a yellow bag, like a mustard colored bag, and then the tangy ketchup is in a red ketchup colored bag. And yeah, that's too much. That's just too nasty. Yeah. So that's something new that we're going to start on Nite Talks with Sasha. She does really funny food reviews. Like, she'll review anything. So it doesn't just have to be food. I know, Swing, she used to do the reviews with you and Michael on the show. Yeah, she used to do sex toys. I told her, I said, we're going to get into that too. Just hold on.
You just kept getting in trouble with Mike.
Huh?
You used to get in trouble with Mike all the time because we laughed too much. So we kept saying crazy shit. You used to get mad at us. Can we get back on topic?
Yeah, that sounds like him. Yeah, so we're gonna, but like I said, if it's something that you want Miss Jigglypuff to try, just hit us up, hit up the page, hit up the email, Nite Talks with Sasha 69, and I purposely put 69. I didn't have to. I purposely put 69. It was a lucky year. Anyway, back to the conversation that we were having. So, okay, did y'all see the part where she as in Denia, was talking about how she studied the videos of the other women that
Yep.
he was having sex with, and she tried to emulate them?
That's when she went way down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yep, that's when I knew she went way down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. You didn't see that part, did you?
I did not.
That really hurt my heart, man.
Yeah, that hurt my heart, man. That's pretty.
And
someone get the one with haircut.
Yeah, and what got me, the one that really, that hurt. That was like, damn. But then the conversation she had that really got me was when she said that, wow, I want to make sure I say this correctly, that she could not love their daughter how she wanted to because her daughter came out looking like the women that he had sex with. And this is what she said. She said that those other women had her baby. She just carried it.
Wow.
Let that marinate. Sit there with that for a minute. Like,
her self-esteem was gone.
It was
gone.
It was non-existent. Like, it was.
She just forgot herself. When you forget yourself, it's just like,
yeah,
just horrible.
Yeah, and she was like, her thing was everything she did in the attempt to make him choose her. Oh my God! And that resonated with me because that went back to my own daddy issues, where I wanted my father to pick me. Like, I always wanted my dad to pick me, and he never did. And then when he did, he never picked me. Like, and then when it came to a situation where he had to pick me, it wasn't that he did it. He had no choice. Like, I was the only person there left to take care of him. And so he never really chose me. And that brought that up for me where, that triggered me. And those issues that I have with my father, even though he's dead now, he's died.
You never get over that shit. You never, ever get over it.
You really don't.
And it takes a while to let it be tolerable. Because I had that issue with my mother. Mm-hmm. I'm finally breaking through it, but that shit hurts. It really does. It makes you question everything about your life, and then that's where your bad choices come from. That's them with that. And it sucks. When you realize it's a big relief when you realize that this is why I did these things. Mm-hmm. But until you figure that out, you won't be the dual relationship, the same people, the same dudes every single time. Wonder, why can't I find a good man? Because they're not ready for one yet. You're not ready for one just yet.
And let me tell y'all this, the real fucked up thing that really had me looking really crazy. And I'm not trying to make it about me, but it just speaks to it. A relative that didn't know that me and Michael were married. And she saw us from afar. And she saw me, and she kept looking around me because Michael was just, he was just going on by his business. And she kept calling my dad's name. She kept calling by his nickname. And she's like, is that him? And I said, who? It's who? And she kept looking at Michael. I said, no. Oh, he looks like your daddy. Goddamn. And I'm like, and then after that, it had me looking at him really different. It had me looking at Mike really different. And it wasn't the first time that it happened. And from then on, like when I put my father in the nursing home, and we put my father in the nursing home, and we went there, and they were like, Is that your father? Are you brothers? No. That's my husband.
Just a punch in the face. I've heard that before. And that's like a punch in the face. What the fuck? Make you question all your decisions. Like, does he look like us?
Yes. And I
does he look like me?
Does he look like? And I had to look at him. And I asked a family member, and I was like, do you think he looks like my dad? And she said, a little bit. Mhm.
I need to ask a question.
What?
With that happening, did you find yourself treating Michael any differently?
A little bit. I think it put a little wedge between us. Because I kept looking at him, and he was like, and it offended him because, you know, he would catch me looking at him, and I would have my head to the side, and you know how you're studying a person?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just be, and he's like, I don't look like your dad. I wish you stopped looking at me because I don't look like your father. I don't look like your father, you know, and it was, I'm like, I'm just trying to see where people, even my best friend was
they
like.
Probably, I think the other point is like, they may not need to see you with somebody. So they try to find a reason why you're with somebody or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
I said that
it's
too.
It's a weird thought.
I thought that too, Swing. I said that as well. I was like, maybe it's because they ain't never really seen me with a man like that. Like every time we somewhere. But I really had to work on that. I had to really, really work through that because
that's how you know you're not over stuff when it gets you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I didn't treat him any different. I don't think. I hope I didn't. But I do know that while my dad was here, there was a wedge between us. And, you know, it was just a really, really weird time because when my dad moved in during those 3 months, I actually told Michael to go back home. Like, I told him to leave. Like, I kept telling him to leave. Like, I want you to leave. He's like, why? Why would I leave? Look, I don't want you here. I just don't want you. This isn't your mess. Yes, it is. We're together. We're married. We are together. Whatever happens to you happens to me. I'm not going nowhere. No. If I can be here in the good times, I surely hell can be here in the bad times. And I'm like, no, I just want you to go. Like, I don't know. I just want you to go. Like, go home for a while. And then I'll call you and tell you to come back. And then you come back. And he's like, no, fuck that. No, I'm not going nowhere. No, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here. I'm going to be here. And he wouldn't leave. Like, and he hardly ever left me alone. Like, at that time, he was always with me. Like, and he hardly left me alone with my dad. Like, you know, not that I was going to do anything to my father, mind you, but he was nothing like my father. So it was like such a weird feeling. But then at the same time,
I think there was a knowing.
Huh?
I think there was a knowing there. Like he knew what you would go through every time, you know, you spent a lot of time with your father. And he was just trying to, like, he was just trying to be a go-between or
alleviate that pain. Yeah, alleviate some of that stress and that pain.
Yeah.
If you're along with somebody who your enemy, they can feel it. They can feel the animosity. Yeah. And so they want to alleviate a little bit of that animosity.
Yeah. And he was
taking care of you. He was taking care of you.
And he was. That was his main objective. That was always Michael's objective, was to take care of me. And I can see that now. Not that I ever had a problem with it, but I see that now in situations where he was always, you know, other people would be like, oh, why is it that he has to go with you everywhere that y'all go? Why is it that he has to go all the time? And I'm like,
because I'm fine with it.
Yeah, basically, you know, like, but.
Because none of your business?
Yeah, because he went through. Why? Shit. You know, but I remember asking him that, like, hey, why you always gotta go with me? He's like, I don't always have to do shit. I do it because I want to. Like, I know you'll be okay, but I don't want you to have to do. I don't want you to go somewhere by yourself, and then you need help, and I'm not there. And then how am I going to get there? Right. So the easiest thing to do. His thing was, Mike's thing was the easiest thing for me to do, the easiest thing to be done, and the less work and the less hassle is if I'm just with your fat ass. I'm just with your fat ass. Like, I'm just with your ass. So I ain't got to think about it. Whatever happens, happens. If it happens, we together. Hell, we together. That's it. And now, less work. Less work I got to go through because you give me enough gray hair as it is. That's what he was saying. It's less less energy. And he was always about that. Like, less hassle that I got to fucking go through. Like, shit. Mm-hmm. So, but it was, I'm taking care of you. I'm taking care of you. I'm protecting you. Because that's what you asked me to do. That's what you need. And I asked him that. I asked him to be my safe space. And he was like, I got you. So that's what it was.
And knowing Michael, I know he took that seriously to heart.
And he did. He did. He really did. Like, I never had to worry about that. Like, the things that this woman went through. Like, never, no. He was a man of his word. He was a man of little words, but he was a man of his word. He was, and he was very intuitive. Yeah. But that was just some weird shit that everyone, especially when my father started living with us, it would be really weird going places, the three of us going places together, and people were like, oh, father and son, and you must be the wife. Like, This is you crazy? That's my daddy. That's my husband. No, that's my father. That's your father? Oh my God, your husband looks just like your father. What? No, he doesn't. No, he does not. And don't let Michael have, like, he got to, like, if he got older, he got to where he would wear a full beard. Like, y'all never saw that, but Michael would grow out this full, and it was salt and pepper. Like, it would be a 20, like, during the pandemic, he hardly ever shaved. And it was almost totally gray. And I'm like, babe, where you got this gray hair? He's like, yo ass. You. From you. And then my father was wearing a beard as well. And Mike would, like, when he shaved himself, he would do my dad, the clippers and everything. And my dad would be like, no, boy, leave me alone, That's what he actually said. No, man, no, go on, man. Like, Mr. Long, let me do this. Nah, man, go on, man, And so they did look alike, y'all. They kind of favored a little bit. I have a type. And Mike would say, so they trying to say, you got a type, baby girl. Oh, my God. Damn. Oh, my God. But honestly,
I know, and I saw my sister-in-law brother, they look just alike.
Actually,
that kind of creeped me out.
That's what I was about to say. Is that not like the most creepiest thing ever? But
yeah,
now
when he walked in the house, I was like, my brother was already behind me, and I looked over there, I'm like, we're trying to get over there in the room. Like, man, that's Lois' brother. I'm like, ew. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
See, I can't relate to either of y'all because I didn't have my dad around and I didn't have any brothers. So I don't know if I was a type, according to anyone else.
It's weird.
Yeah.
When you see it, when you really see it, you'll be like, oh, wow.
I think, honestly, y'all, I think that I kind of do because now that I look at some pictures of my first boyfriend and Michael, they kind of look alike.
Oops.
Exactly. Like, I'm like, oh my damn. What is going on with you, girl?
Yeah, like some girls are like bald head dudes. Some girls on the date dudes with goatees. And you like, this is just like, you just keep on recycling, don't you, dude? Everybody looks the same. Like, how are we supposed to know who is who or what is what? You can't follow the program because everybody looks the same. Like, get a new type.
It's bad enough I recycle.
You talking about a wrong name, don't get mad.
Well, girl, like before I met Michael, I had called myself dating another Michael. And then I met Michael, my Michael. Yeah. I think my therapist and I need to talk about that.
Well, speaking of therapists, that was the other thing that I caught from her interview. If we go back to Denia for a moment, is that she's had three people that she worked with in the beginning until she figured out who worked out best with her. I thought that was brilliant. For a person who didn't have a whole lot of guidance, apparently, she made a good decision when she did that.
Yeah, she did. She really did. I caught that too, Beauty. I was like, really, girl? What? But and another thing that caught me was when she was talking about how she was in the background a lot. And it's just always the way though, y'all. Like she was in the background doing a lot of the work, setting up his schedule. Oh, and did y'all catch that shit about him in the condo?
No.
Oh, Lord. He had a condo, and they had like this 9,000 square foot house, and he was hardly ever at the house, but he was over there.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He had, yes, girl. He was at the condo.
Separate domicile.
Yeah, because that was his. That was where he would work and do video content. He was doing content, all right.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I think they train you so well.
I'm sorry,
they train you so well that you don't question it. For a while. They train your ass so well that you don't even question this shit. You just go by what they say, because if you don't, I'm going to be crazy. There you go again. So you just stop questioning shit. That's when they really start. They know they're training you then. They know they are. She ain't coming over here. Are you sure she got a car? She ain't coming over here. I wish she would come over here. And then you go over there and catch him in the act. There you go again. You always make some shit. You know I work with people. You know this. You can't over here embarrassing me. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm like, bitch, if you ever turn your ass around and go bust that door open, I'm like.
Mike and I had that conversation.
But they never worry about this.
We had a fight about that one time, and I was like, oh no, who the fuck is this bitch calling you Poppy, Daddy, or whatever the fuck? You know what I do. I don't give a damn what you do. You know I work with women. I ain't got anything to do. His thing was, I don't have anything to do with what they call me. You a motherfucking lie. I said then and I say now. You a motherfucking lie. You need to say, let's keep it respectful.
Amen.
Keep the shit respectful. If you can't keep it respectful, then you can't be respectful to me.
Exactly. That's what I said.
I had an ex that was named Michael, actually, that has since passed away. But he used to have women call my house, and they'd ask for him without saying hello to me.
Girl.
I was like, I'd laugh at them and I'd hang up.
Thank you. It's all about acceptability. I can't say what you can say. I need you to keep it respectful because I have a wife. Any man who says that, all right, okay, I know I'm dealing with a decent man. But if you can say those words, I can't help what they say or they do. The fuck you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
And I told him as such, like, I'm not going out here disrespecting you in anything that I do, and I sure in the fuck do not expect you to be disrespecting me in anything that you do. Or this dude talk, no, it's not. Whenever any dude come into my inbox saying shit to me, I had dude coming in my inbox talking about, I want to take you out for a drink. I would love to. Oh, yes, we would love to go. We who? Me and my husband, they got married. Like, no.
Yep.
So if I can do that, so can you. Like, there's no excuse. But now I know why the fuck they was calling him daddy. And that's the reason why I purposely do not go by Max. I don't call him by Max. Because I'm going to be mad. And I'm trying to maintain my equilibrium. Because, you know, you can't go back and change shit. You can't do anything. He's dead. Like, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go back and cuss his ass out or get up in his face and break his motherfucking phone. I can't do that. So I have to find a way that I can live with the shit that he did that I didn't know anything about. And one thing she said, like when with Denia said, you go looking for shit, you find shit. And sure motherfucking true, you do, because I did. And so, you know, you have to, in my situation, you have to make it okay for you. So my way of making it okay for me is I fell in love with Michael. Everybody else got Max. But I got Michael. And so when I refer to the person that I love, I'm referring to Michael. Fuck Max, because I cussed his ass out. But, you know. Michael. Different.
Definitely.
So you have to make that shit okay for you the best way that you know how, given the circumstances.
Absolutely.
So I definitely understand how Denia is doing that in therapy. Yeah, I can totally respect that. But her talking about how she used to pass the women like he had them on a fucking roster and they would pass each other. And like how they wound up did y'all hear that about how they wound up in the same city together?
Yes, and that was weird as fuck too. That was weird. You following him, you following the drama like a shackle on your ankle, you're that far gone. I'm just so happy. I was so proud of her. I was so happy that she was sitting right there because that would have drove anybody, other people like, hoo-hoo. I wouldn't have, I could have done it.
No. But she's
right. A lot of courage.
So damn soul tied. Like, they weren't even together. Mm-hmm. Yep. And they both wind up in the same.
And she followed him everywhere. Mm-hmm. Always. Because they would always mention it, and he would always make sure this is why he did everything that he did, because he had her trained. So he wasn't worried about it. He knew he had that old faithful. He knew it. They know. They know when they got it.
They definitely.
That means you're going to show the fuck out over and over again until you can't show out no fucking more. And then that makes her seem crazy because she put up with it for this long. He has proof that he was good because why the fuck she stayed that long then? You know why she stayed that long. You know exactly why. That's why you picked her, because you knew she would stay that long. Because you made sure you did her like your homework. So that's what y'all do. You do it like homework. Every good couple knows what to do.
And the part where, like, the video, did y'all see the video? Did I send that to y'all when she was sitting beside him holding hands and
feeling like a fool at the same time, but still holding on?
Yeah. But then to find out, oh my God, this woman at that same time in that video, she was 8 weeks pregnant. She was 8 weeks pregnant.
They probably had lunch together, dinner together with the same bitch who fucking your man behind your back. Y'all having it's just so much that could drive a motherfucker crazy. To make you want to pull a weapon and just blow everything up. You said to me, I could not have been in her situation.
No. But
That's the thing. She probably didn't even realize how deep she was in it. Because she was so focused on him, she didn't look at the signs.
Yes. Yes. And then after it blow up in your face, you go back and watch that shit. That shit will fuck you up. Like, why did I make you just question every decision you made in your whole entire life? Because what you did for 10 years, and you go back and watch it, and it's on TV. It's on the internet. It's forever. You gotta watch this shit. I remember this day. I remember this 10 minutes after this. I know what happened after the cameras went off. I knew all this shit. Like, oh my, ooh.
What I know a question that the interviewer Latreus from My Future Wifey podcast, the question that he wanted to ask, that I think that he was afraid of. He asked in his own way, but I would have been a little bit more direct, but I get why he didn't. He was like, did you ever deny your husband's sex? And I wanted to ask, okay, like, so why was, like, if you knew he was doing all this shit and you knew that he was with all these different women, why you still getting pregnant, baby? Like, why you got 3 kids by him? I wanted to ask that
because
so
she can prove that she's still good. Yes, and I know I'm pretty sure it's because she still did not want to lose him, and she wanted to outdo them bitches because she watched that video so many times. I don't understand how she could still have sex with him knowing that she watched videos of him fucking other women, but you did take notes, but you still watched videos of him cheating on you during your relationship. This is before you got married now. Watching him fuck other women and still fucking him, trying to outdo them. But he got 10 other ones that you haven't seen yet. Those thoughts never occur to their minds. I mean, they don't, because you're so far gone. It's a competition now.
I can't even imagine
you lost
feeling that
before
bad.
you started this competition.
Say again,
feeling that bad about yourself, that you want to emulate these other women. I can't wrap my head around it.
It's hard.
But
I don't understand it either.
No, I mean, that's wow.
Yeah.
This is why I called my best friend, because she did some of these things. I like Tina. When I listened to this girl, you said some of the same things, but you're not as far gone as she is now. I can't let you get to this point. And she was like, what you mean? I'm like, you said you've gone to the other woman's page over and over again. You still periodically check this woman's page over and over again. So I'm not going to let you go down this hole.
Wow.
I want to hug this woman so bad. I swear, I want to hug her so bad. I'm like, I wish I had been your friend.
And you know what got me though, and what still gets me is how many other Black women that just saying that with a narcissist, it doesn't matter how good he looks or it doesn't matter any of that. But in this case, it did. In this case, it does. It just blows my mind how many women still come after. Because if you got on YouTube and read underneath the comments, ooh-wee, I'm always reading the comments. Even under the comments of this interview on YouTube, under the Dear Wifey podcast, there were still women and men, but mostly women, that were making such disparaging remarks against her, even now.
And they will continue to do so. And they will continue to do so because they're stupid. Because they probably suck him, will suck him, or feel they would never be in this situation.
Yeah. But, and then you look at,
that's a lot.
Like, how many are still following him?
And will.
And yeah,
because he done made you feel like
right
you're crazy.
He's not, and when he brought out, like, in 2021, he wrote a book. Now, you hadn't seen his wife in forever. You had never. But then in 2021, when all this shit come out, they're gonna do a husband and wife podcast, How to Heal Together. He writes a book. Got her like on the front cover. Their wedding picture on the front cover of how to heal together. And so, yeah, that's all he ever did was use her as a prop.
Not only that, but this is the kind of woman I got. Believing that he was going to change.
Say again.
And she fell for it. Because she wanted that. She wanted that love.
She wanted him. There was always
that one love that can work. That one thing that can work in my life. I want that love, that desperation. I had that desperation once for somebody who I knew. I didn't really love him. I really didn't. I didn't. I just did not want him to leave me like I feel like everybody else will leave me. I was on the street fucking begging. I walked down the street to a dude's house before, knowing that I know we weren't right for each other, but I just wanted this one thing to work. That's how it is. You got to have one thing to work, just one relationship. Whether I'm 100% happy in this bullshit or not, one person gonna choose me. That shit is fucked up. It's very fucked up. She brought up a lot of memories for me of the old era that I'm happy is gone.
Yeah, in my 30s, I was much different, but I was also willing to change at that point. Actually, that's more like my 20s. By the time I got to my 30s, I decided that I really liked myself and I had done too much work to get to where I was, that I was not willing to change my core beliefs. Because if you lose that, then you're doing things like traveling around the country chasing them.
Exactly.
Like, I don't...
Blowing up tires, doing other shit.
Yeah.
Or the worst case scenario, running over this motherfucker with a car, killing him. At the same time, you love this motherfucker more than anything else in the world, but you've gone crazy for this
and with that,
you
would have only had to say one sentence and she would have changed. She would have taken him back.
Because this one woman changed her hairstyle. Just like this woman that he liked, that she saw pictures of, she started wearing the same lingerie. She wanted to be her size, all that. He still didn't leave this woman alone. If you cut your hair, if you lose 20 pounds, if you get breast implants, maybe you can make this work. This bitch did this and then some, and he still was fucking with the same woman. And she ended up killing him, but she lost it too. That bitch who ran over her husband like 6 times in the parking lot.
That got a lot.
Well, and then let's just get into the last part of it, where even after he had sent her a text saying that he wanted, to divorce her, Zanaya, she still did this video. Did y'all see the video?
Yeah,
we're cursing everybody.
Yeah. I'm a little embarrassed to say I watched it.
I'm pretty sure he was proud as fuck. It's her fault. He said he could prove it was her fault.
It wasn't her fault.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's what everybody's like. She crazy. You know, she was.
Mm-hmm.
They were all saying she
was
crazy.
She was crazy.
Yeah, just like you said. She crazy. Just like you said she was.
Yeah.
He's sitting there proud as punch.
She said that she was.
But she had a lot of help.
Huh?
She had a lot of help to get to that point.
She did. She did.
Yep.
She's using the word of God against people because these people don't know how to. They didn't know how to use the word of God. They didn't know how to pray. Now that part right there kind of got me like a little bit like, nah, sis, you still a little strung up on that dick. Like, come on now.
She's looking for something. She's still looking for something.
Like, poor baby. Yeah,
I hope she finds
something to make it
I hope she finds peace.
I think she is. She looks like it, but you could still. I mean, to me,
she can still feel the pain.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, you could still tell that it was. But of course, I mean, 9+ years. That's a lot of shit. 3
and
babies.
Women in the same situation still that she's in right now. They don't know how to get it out. But her story will help. Her story will help a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so. I think if people will listen and look and stop looking at who he is and what he did and all that bullshit and just
stop putting these motherfuckers on a pedestal.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Any man who can tell you everybody else's issues in their relationship, like with Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey that had so many failed marriages, he got relationship books out. And you still going through a failed marriage and a failed relationship. Don't put these people on a pedestal. Mm-hmm. Everybody's relationship situation ain't the same.
No. And everybody in relationship goals. Like everybody used to put Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, Jada Smith on that pedestal. And I'm like, they just people. Like, they are not relationship goals. Because you don't know.
Nope, they're financial goals. They're financial goals, but not relationship goals. They're the open relationship is still fucked up. If you can be in an open relationship and still have fucked up relationship, something ain't right. I mean,
you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
That's like
you got hot and cold running sex and your shit still ain't going right.
Communication. You think they in an open relationship?
Oh, absolutely.
They were in an open relationship. They were swingers. They went to swing clubs apart and still found time to cheat. I'm like, how can you have the time? How?
A lot of people are in open relationships that they don't even know they're in.
True.
Exactly.
But you
get to know you in one, but still fuck it up. I'm like, dude.
Okay.
Exactly. This is not relationship material.
I think it's about being selfish. It comes down to being selfish. Mm-hmm. You want everything you want, and you want some of that and some of that and some of that too. It's like you got to figure out what it is you want in your life and grow the fuck up.
That web of danger.
That's it. That's the
main thing.
That is the main thing is grow the fuck up. Like, really, just grow the fuck up. Seriously. If you don't want, if you can't be faithful, if you don't know how to be faithful, if you don't want to be in a committed relationship, open up your motherfucking mouth and say, I don't want
Don't waste my time.
Do not waste time. Drag somebody else through your bullshit because you yourself cannot make up your motherfucking mind about what the fuck you want to do. So now you hurting other people. But it's like that saying, hurt people. So get your shit together. Like, go get you some fucking counseling. Heal thyself first, and then go out here and try to get you somebody and be with somebody. I'm not trying. My husband died a fucking year ago. Ain't no way in the hell for me to be out here trying to fuck somebody else and mess up their life. You can talk all the shit you want to talk, but doing it is totally different. Ain't no reason. And that's just stupid. That would be stupid of me. That's what people do because they don't know how to heal themselves or put themselves in a position where they can get what the fuck they need, but they want to get a bed warmer. Buy a hot pad. Buy a body-size pillow. Get you a blow-up doll. Do something else. But stop fucking up other people's lives because you want to feel good.
Like guys want a relationship, but then at the same time they want their flavor of the week. Women want a good man, but at the same time they want that excitement of going around, bouncing from place to place, time to time. You know that you want this. You don't need a relationship right now. Decide whether or not you want a relationship right now. If every man you've been with cheated on you, every man you've been with put his hands on you, you don't need a relationship for a while. You need to figure out why you're everybody's punching bag. Figure that shit out. Why you're everybody's walking man. Figure it all out. Why you went through 20 or 30 religions and why you keep doing this other stuff. Figure out why. I mean, really. Please figure that out.
They know why.
But it's not going to be the man to heal you.
It's you.
But it's not. A man cannot heal you. A woman cannot heal you. You don't. It's not going to happen. If you want to be healed, you got to heal yourself. You can't. This relationship not going to make you the best person in the whole entire world. No. You got to want to be the best person in the whole entire world for you.
Fix your
the people that still believe that they're supposed to be in a relationship. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
Y'all
if everybody else is off their own.
You've got to be 100. If you haven't taken care of yourself and figured out what it is that you want and need, it ain't going to help the relationship. And you can't decide that.
And not date an alcoholic.
Decide that.
You know, this man is alcoholic. Don't date him. Yep. You know he like to snort powder, and you don't. Don't date him. You cannot get him to stop snorting powder. He can't do it unless he want to do it. You get a man who beat everyone his ex-girlfriend. Don't date him because he's going to punch you in the face eventually. And once he do it, you let him get away with that one punch, he's going to hit you again. It's a guarantee. It'll be a miracle if you break both his arms and legs.
If you are healed, if you are a healed person, if you are a healed woman, then a healed woman is not going to go out here and date a man that snorts powder all day. A healed woman is not going to entangle herself in a relationship with a man that does nothing but use her as a punching bag, blacken her eyes, and send her in the street. Heal yourself. Women, stop thinking
a lot of women don't get it.
Stop thinking that if you give him the pussy, turning it up, down, side, flipping it sideways, left, right, twerking it, and giving it to him on a motherfucking silver platter and give him a pussy pie, that's going to make him to stop doing the bullshit that he was doing. Fucking a man all upside down and around is not going to make that motherfucker be the man that you want him to be unless he himself has decided that he is going to be the motherfucker man that you need. Point blank, period. That's it.
And it's just certain words that I look for that if you say certain words to me, when I first meet you, I'm not talking to you. Any man who say I just need the right woman to bring something out, no, I'm not dating you. Because you said that you just need the right woman. I'm not going to be that woman for you. I'm this kind of woman. So if you need a woman to heal you and fix you up and do all this shit, you don't need me. Because I'm still doing myself. I can't fix you and fix myself. I cannot be responsible for everything that goes on in this relationship. Because if that's the point, everything that goes on in this relationship, I'm going to prove you right there. I was not the woman that you thought I was. And I don't want to hear those words because you're not the man that I thought you were. Because if that's the case, you make bad decisions. And I want those bad decisions. You keep making bad decisions, you don't need me in your life. So there's certain things that you can listen for a man to say that he's trying to groom you. Because saying certain words, he's going to want certain answers from you. He's going to want you to say, yes, I am. Yes, I can be. That's one little piece. You know, these niggas reel you in a little bit further. A little bit further. You'll keep throwing out another breadcrumb that you'll pick it up. I know you love me. Okay, I just don't want everybody to recognize you the way I see you. Okay, so that means you can't wear that dress no more ever. You can't wear nothing with a low cut. You can't wear nothing below the knee. So that means that's another breadcrumb that you picked up. He gonna reel you in a little bit further. Oh. You do what makeup every day? He got you to stop doing that. He's reeling you in a little bit further. So it's like breadcrumbs that he gets to draw you in further and further. You gotta look for the signs.
Heal yourself. Point blank.
And that is where you create a bitter woman. Right? All that right there.
Yes.
The things that are being done to them, they're supposed to work through and fix themselves, and you ain't doing a damn thing. That's where you get a bitter woman.
Nope.
Exactly.
Don't make promises you can't. Don't promise that you're going to be a man when you can't be nothing but a boy, and definitely don't come to me with any stories about I'm sorry. You knew what you were doing.
And that breeds animosity. That animosity is growing up like a beer. Just growing it up.
By no means
he knew
I
he was
think
doing,
I'm perfect.
He knew he wasn't planning on changing. He wasn't planning on doing shit because he's perfect just the way he is. You just got to see it. You got to change so he can love you more, but you got to adjust to what he got going on. And once you know that, once you realize that shit, I done fell for this shit again. This motherfucker ain't stopped going out. I stopped going out, but he's still going out.
Exactly.
He stopped going out for 2 weeks.
If he's still going out, then you go out. Shit. Why?
But how dare you go out? See what happened.
Why stop doing something that he's still doing, but you stop? Stop. No. If he don't respect you enough to stop doing your family it, then don't. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's just that simple. If a nigga sit up there and tell you, baby girl, I'll see where it goes. I'll see where we go from here. What does that mean? What does he mean when he say that? He ain't fucking with you. There is 3 other females in front, like you low on the totem pole. He ain't really fucking with you like that, because you ain't giving up no ass. He don't find you attractive like that. And that shit's hard to hear. I'm a woman. I know that shit's hard to hear when you think a nigga don't find you attractive. But hear it. Accept it. And move the fuck on. Stop giving niggas that don't deserve your face or your space time to do nothing but hurt you, ma. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
And stop thinking.
And a man will tell you he loves
other women that I'm a bitter ass black woman. Girl, bitch, I saw a year ago I was happy, fat, and married. A happy, fat ass married woman. I ain't bitter. Yeah. I ain't bitter now. But I'm not stupid either.
But a lot of men won't take responsibility for that.
No, they're not going to take responsibility.
Realizing that the person that they met is not the person they're with now.
I don't expect
it's not the person that they're with now.
I don't expect them.
Yeah. Once they start ordering your meals for you, you go out to eat. You don't want to eat that. They start ordering for you. They're taking over your house slowly. You ordered your meals for 30 years, 40 years. You ordered your own meals. But now they're taking over ordering meals for you, telling you what to eat, what to drink. You're losing yourself, ma'am. You are very much losing yourself.
I wish I would.
There's slow ways that they do it.
I'm sorry. No.
How to decorate your house. So that's what mine's trying to do. Come over my apartment, try to decorate my house. Tell me where to put what. Can I put this right here? I just want to help you decorate. I just want to help you do this. I'm just trying to be useful.
Please.
No, thank you. I got why I need to put my shit. He got mad. That was one of my little clues right there. You got really pissed off because I want to put stuff where I want to put it in my house that I'm paying rent for. So it's things that you have to look for and look warning signs so you don't end up in a situation where you don't went crazy. When you know you're going crazy, but you can't stop yourself from going crazy.
You can stop yourself.
And that's what women need to know. Women and men need to know this.
You can stop yourself from going crazy. People make you
stop yourself. Cause I felt myself slipping down so many holes when I wanted to. And my slipping down the hole couldn't count on me doing some harm to other people. So I know once I feel myself slipping down the fucking hole, it's time that you need to get some help. Because you don't want to go to prison. You don't want to be left with nothing. You don't want to lose everything. I've lost myself. I've lost everything that I had before over the old me did. And I would never go back to that old me because I've gone back and reevaluated my life and seen what the signs were. I should have stopped doing it, but no. When I tried to run that bitch over with my car, when I tried to hit him with my car, I should have stopped myself before then. I remember the conversation we had before this. So racist thoughts are good in the middle of the night sometimes. I do got to admit that. They do help you sometimes. But think about your life and your past choices.
I'm over here like
watch part 1 and part 2.
What'd you say, Beauty?
Mm-hmm.
That I'm over here triggered trying to light some candles and incense on my ass down.
I tell a female, go back in your past relationship to the worst part of your past relationship and take notes. And you will see what you did wrong. But a lot of them, they don't want to do it because it's too painful. But sometimes you need to go back and say, okay, I did this. I remember that.
People don't want to work. People do not want to do the work that it takes time, it takes work, it takes dedication for yourself.
It takes swallowing your pride. Swallowing your pride.
It takes it, y'all. It's not shit that's gonna happen. You didn't get fat as fuck overnight, so you're not gonna lose weight overnight. Nothing happens overnight. It takes work. And if you've been in some situations that fuck with you, and you got some mental stuff going on, and some niggas was out here that broke you down, and you trying to rebuild yourself up, girl, do you? I am so proud of you. Do you keep going, keep striving, keep doing it, because you are worth the fucking effort. Don't let nobody ever tell you you're not worth the fucking effort. But at the same time, hard.
Tell it.
Yeah, my favorite 5 words are what you allow will continue. My 5 favorite words: what you allow will continue. You let them jump a line one time, you allow that one jump, they're going to want to jump again. It's going to continue, and it's going to escalate until you're fucked up.
And then the other thing to keep in mind is you teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. If they do something that hurts their heart or hurts you to the core, walk away. Ain't nobody worth that.
Get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. Leave. Walk back up. You too much. No. I'm not ashamed to say it. I told several guys, you're too much for me.
You don't owe anyone anything. The only person that you owe a damn thing to is yourself.
Yeah, don't be too proud to walk away. But I told this one dude, I talked to him on the phone, I'm like, look, you too much for me. I can't go any further with you because you're too much for me. What you mean I'm too much? You're too much for me. I know I would not be able to handle being with you because it would send me to a place I don't need to be. And I'm not ashamed to say, what is going to be crazy? I could be. And I just, I can't let you take me down this road because I know you're going to be too much for me. I don't like to argue. Apparently you do. You're always right. I know I like to be right sometimes. You're too much for me. And so I was happy to leave, block them motherfuckers if he wanted to argue some more. That's how they try to get you to come in. I was like, nah, you too much for me. I can't do shit no more. I got off a murder charge before. I cannot get off another one. You get off one by mistake, they ain't gonna let you keep getting off because of your anger issues. And I know I do have anger issues that I'm working through.
I know I do.
And you have to be able to trust yourself too, because I think that's a big part of the problem with people who stay is that they don't believe that their words mean anything, whether it's to themselves or to anybody else. So when something happens the first time, we excuse it and say, well, they didn't mean it, or maybe I missed something, or there's always an or. But the reality is you've got to trust yourself. Trust your intuition and follow it.
Most definitely.
Exactly.
Yes, please. Please do.
Always.
Because you heard what you heard. Don't let him twist your words around.
You are coming from a good place. If you're coming from a sane place, if you're coming from a healed place, then you know what is what. Like the last dude I was calling myself trying to talk to, he was up there talking about, oh, baby, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm like, nigga, I know you got a girl. I know you got a woman. Like, who are you think you're fooling? Like, I know you do. The lies you telling, you, come on. Like, sometimes you got listen, y'all ladies that's listening. I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not trying to be any of those things that you think that some women are. Take it how you want to. That's on y'all. Do whatever. God bless you. Whichever way you choose to go. But if you want to know the truth, here it is. Be okay being by your damn self.
Yes.
If you have to be by, I'm not saying, I don't want to be by myself. No, I love having a man in my space. That's not what I'm saying. But if you got to choose between your sanity and a piece of a man, girl, choose you. Choose you. I'd rather walk this life completely manless with my sanity and peace. Ain't that much dick in the world. Ain't that much dick in the world. Ain't that much sex in the world. Ain't that much money to spend. Ain't that many damn places to go that's worth your peace. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not. And it's okay. We all do stupid shit. We all let our loneliness and our desperation, we've all been desperate at some point. Whether we want to sit, I've been desperate. I can't speak for nobody else. I've done some desperate whole shit. I have. I really.
And I think another place we got to stop is saying that we don't need, whether it's a man or extra help or someone from the outside coming in, like whatever it is. It's okay to say that you need help.
Exactly.
Always okay to say that you need help.
It is. But it's not worth your peace. Nothing
is worth your peace.
Nothing is worth you breaking yourself down when you out here emulating somebody else, trying to be somebody else to please a man that ain't doing shit for you, ma. He ain't doing shit for you. That ain't doing
nothing. Do not rush a relationship. I tell dudes in Harvey, I do things to my comfort zone. I'm not gonna sit here and if I want to wait 2 months to exchange a phone number with you, I will wait 2 months to exchange a phone number with you because I'm not in my comfort zone with you yet. There's certain things that you said is gonna turn me off. I'm not gonna wait if it takes 2 months for you to come to my apartment and meet me in person or meet you outside or whatever. I'm gonna do it. If you want to walk away in 2 months, that's fine. But don't rush it because once you rush it, you lose control. Next thing you know, he's going to the living.
Always.
Do whatever. Take your time to get to know this person. Get to know his last name. Get to know a little bit of something. Tell a story. Hear the stories. Get some inconsistencies in that story. Remember what he says. Listen to that vibe. Know this shit. And another part that got me good about what Visionary was saying was how she knew a change in the way he touched her when he was cheating. Yeah. So she knew whenever he touched her a certain way, She knew that it was cheating and he was doing something he was supposed to do. A lot of people are creatures of habit. Men and women are creatures of habit.
They are.
You can tell if you really pay attention to what they're doing, how they talk to you, how they act, how they behave, whether or not it's something in the middle of you that you don't know what's going on with. And you can't be so blinded by what they're doing. They'll put you in so much turmoil that you can't tell what's going on. Don't never let them get you riled up so much that you can't pay attention to the signs. Because if they can switch it around, no. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you always get. That's how it starts. I knew you was going to do this. I knew you was going to do it. Motherfucker, I know what I saw. Next thing you know, maybe I was right. Maybe he was right. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Or what if I'm wrong? No, don't start second guessing yourself. You know, every time he go to Chicago, he come back acting brand new. You know he's going on so many trips. Why don't you just call and find a way to call that officer and see if he's really that? Those nagging thoughts in your head that he keep pushing away by saying, I knew you was going to do this. I knew you was going to say this. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. If he got to throw that in your face all the time, still make that phone call. That little itch, go scratch that itch. Run by that office. He working too late. You know he wasn't working that late before. If you want to do that, do it. Just pacify yourself. Don't fall for that okey doke.
No, don't do that. Different strokes.
But I also believe there's a point where it becomes too much. When you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off.
Exactly.
Because of all these feelings that you're getting, then you're doing too much.
You're doing
it's time
too much.
To go.
You need to.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. Exactly. If you gotta, if I gotta
so many times you can hide the dish.
I have to go around and check every damn place that you say that you're going to be. If I got to call and be on you every fucking day because you don't come home when you say you're gonna come home. If I have to go and follow you around and make sure that you are where you say you are as a man, baby, I don't need you. I don't need him.
That's it.
You know shit ain't right. You know when shit ain't right. So he just let you go fucking crazy.
It's time to go again, ladies.
Oh, there's so many times I got to say you just say this. This is what you always do. You're right.
Hear me again.
If this is what I always do, I don't need you.
Hear me again. It is okay to be by yourself. Does not mean that you don't want a man. It's not saying that you don't need a man, but you don't need a man that's going to bring you down. You don't need a man that's going to have you looking crazy. You can do that on your own. Self-preservation. No.
Because I got one time, you got one time for me. I'll fight a flight. I've never been in a long-standing disaster. I've never been in a long-standing disaster. Because I know how I am. I can't speak for other women, but I know how I am, and I'm not going to be in a horrible relationship. Because I will snap. I know. I'll be on CNN. Because I know my limitations.
I know mine. And I'm not going to be. I'm not
you get angry. I know I'm unstable when I get angry. I know. I just can't do it.
I know.
I leave. I get the fuck on. You leave a relationship because I know me. I can't stay here. I can't stay in a relationship where I got to be always questioning myself. You got one time where you feel like I'm crazy. No, this is something right here. I'm too suspicious. I have trust issues. Once you do that little shit, I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I believe that anger and jealousy are useless.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Anger and jealousy are useless emotions. They just lead to pain.
Very, very.
They are.
And they make you feel weird. I don't like feeling jealous. If I feel jealous, it's a sickening feeling to me. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. Jealousy is a very uncomfortable feeling. Yeah. And I don't like it.
I don't like how I feel in my body.
Or what? If you doing this shit, it feels gross. It's a gross feeling. I don't like it. And I know if you got a reason. If I feel a vibe off you and another bitch, I'm gonna question that vibe. I'm gonna watch it. And I'm going to watch what y'all do together so I won't seem crazy.
Exactly.
And if I see something that I don't like, I'm gonna bring it up to you. And if it's not fixed, then that means that you broke up with me. At that point, if I got to hear an argument, yeah, they be doing that shit right in front of your face. This is my homegirl. Ain't that much homegirl in the world. I ain't met this bitch before. When did you become? When y'all became so close? When did you become? I mean, just because you bring her to the house to introduce her, don't mean that I'm not suspicious.
Communication.
It's over.
It is about communication. It's about open and honest communication. It's about being truthful, and it's about respect. It's about respect.
Absolutely.
It's about having respect. Having respect for your person. If I am your woman and you don't have respect for me as your woman, then what the fuck? Like, we don't have anything. If I don't respect you as a man, if we are a man, if you are a man and we are together, you my man, and I don't respect you, there is nothing. There is nothing. And we shouldn't even waste each other's time. We shouldn't. It's just a waste of time where you could be with somebody else and I could be doing whatever the fuck I want to, crafting, doing a crossword puzzle, whatever I choose.
Sleeping with everyone you meet.
Exactly. Exactly. As I do my crossword puzzle. Or coloring my coloring book and getting, riding some dick, if that's what I choose to do. But it's my business.
Both of them at the same time.
Exactly. Especially from behind. Doggy style is really dope. But I'm just, you just have to set a standard. Basically what we're saying, people, men and women, set a standard. And don't compromise that standard just because it feels good or just because that conversation may sound good. Give people a chance. And if after giving them a chance and that chance, and they do some shit that just don't feel right, sound right, look right, smell or taste right, move on. It's okay. It's okay. I know people tell us as women, oh, if you don't have a man or a husband or 2.5 kids at this age, then you are dried up old crone. Suck my dick because you're telling a lie. That is not true.
Well, there you have it.
I am not an old crone. I am vibrant, lively, and full of life. Yes, I am going through menopause, but my vagina works perfectly. It's not broken. And I'm good. But I'm not putting up with bullshit just to say that I got a man. I'm not. I don't have to. Nobody has to. You deserve to be happy.
Gender role out there.
You deserve to be happy. If all that drama makes you happy, then go forth. If looking at a video of your woman or your man humping somebody else and you want to emulate that and that gets your rocks off, do you. But if it doesn't, and if you worried about the babies that you got coming out and they looking funny and they look more like the person that your man is screwing than you can't love your babies, then we got a problem. And we need to stop and take some breaths and reevaluate this situation and get you some help. That's all I'm saying. I'm proud of this woman. I'm proud that however she got out of this situation, whether it was him putting her out of it or her saying, okay, that's enough. However she's out, she's out. And I hope that she's thriving in spite of. That is my catchphrase for 2023. Those are my words for 2023. That is what I'm living by. We are thriving in spite of. That's what we're doing. And I'm glad for her. And that's all I want to say. She looked good. She's still a little nerdy, but that's okay because I'm a nerd. I understand that. But she's a beautiful woman. And I wish her all the best. Any closing remarks y'all got to make? Anything y'all want to say?
What you allow will continue and keep growing. Love you more than anybody else could ever possibly love you.
Exactly. Beauty, you have anything you want to say?
Just love yourself, honor yourself, respect yourself, and then you can get it from others. But you need to start at home.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we are, everything that we need starts with ourselves. Everything. So, that's what we want to end this Saturday night of Nite Talks with Sasha. I am your girl, your diva. Sasha coming to you live. This has been Swing, Mrs. Swing, Beauty, and special shout out to our special guest, Miss Jigglypuff. Happy birthday, Miss Jigglypuff. Next weekend. So, we're going to bid you all a good night before the lady comes back and tells us, let's get off. Ain't y'all do? We don't want that. We don't want that. So, have a blessed night. And, just love yourself and love each other. All right. Peace, y'all.
Good night, everybody. Love you guys.
Good night. Love you, too.